Man, screw football. We're back to basketball, man. Basketball's been printing us money all year. We've got a full college basketball and NBA slate today, and I've got three best bets for you. This is the free three. Let's dive into these picks. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as you just try to get to the bag together and make some money. Well, yesterday we had our first losing day in Lord knows how long. It's been a little bit of a rough weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. If there's one thing that the NFL is going to do, it's going to throw the unpredictable at you, and it's going to humble you 100%. Definitely got killed this weekend in a few picks. Do apologize to all my followers and subscribers on some of the misses. But listen, we've still been cashing on basketball, and I'm going to run that back today. A quick recap from yesterday. We did cash in our Butler team total over. Hey, listen, we get it done. If you got that 81.5 number, I hate to see that because Butler literally had 81 points with like 4 minutes left to go, and they didn't score again, so you hate to see that. We did lose on Josh Allen pass attempts. Pretty hard to handicap a game when you got 4 turnovers and they almost fumbled it and dude just end up picking it up and continue running with it. So listen, it's kind of hard to handicap a game like that when you're just not getting the possessions. And he literally had 26 pass attempts with like 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. So I'm just really disappointed to see that Josh Allen didn't get over that. And then we also lost on St. John's money line. I was actually in the Garden for that game. Was not even close. I mean, the second half, St. John's was left in the locker room. I have no clue what happened. So 1-2 on the day. You can see our year-to-date record right here. Still crushing it in the month of November. Still absolutely killing it when it comes down to NBA and college basketball. And guess what? That's all I have for you today. It's just NBA, college basketball. We'll give football a break for a few days. Maybe be back on Thursday. So if you can, drop a big like on this video. Greatly appreciate all the support. We're going to have a few cold days here and there, but as long as in the long run we have more hot days than cold days, then trust me, it's a marathon, not a sprint, my friends. Let's dive into this first best bet. My first best bet of the day, I'm going to go over to the NBA, and I'm going to go with Tyrese Halliburton over 10.5 assists, minus 130 odds. Now, you can play it up to 11.5. Don't get too cute with it. Don't overthink it. I know this is a high total. I normally don't like to take assist props this high, but Halliburton has been an assist wagon all this year, especially if you've been watching the Pacers games. He's like the primarily ball handler. He's the guy who's dishing everything. He's the guy that the offense is initiating. He very seldomly plays off the ball. He typically has the ball. If you look at his assist totals this year, dude has been going absolutely crazy. He's averaging 12.2 assists per game to start the year, and he's gone over this total of 10.5 in 7 of 9 games this year. So you absolutely love to see that. Furthermore, he's also performed very well against the 76ers in his career. He's gone over this total in the last 3 times that he's faced the Sixers, including 2 days ago when these two teams faced off. He had 17 assists. That's crazy. 17 assists when these two teams played a few days ago, and we don't need that many today, but trust me, I mean I'll take that many, right? And then if you look at a few of his other games against the Sixers in the past, in the game before that, he had 16 assists, and right before that, he had 12 assists. So he's gone over this total. Even if you take the 11.5 number, if it's on your book, he's gone over that total pretty easily against the 76ers in the past. So you may want to sprinkle a little bit on the ladder, maybe like 11, 12, 13, 14, because truthfully, it can definitely happen with a guy like Halliburton. You know, a ladder with these assists can definitely be possible. And when you look at this total today, there's no reason why he shouldn't get it. We have a very high total for the NBA, sitting around 241 right now. Would not be surprised if this total even bumps up. We all know the Pacers don't play any defense. We know that they're top in the league in terms of possessions per game and pace of play. And then even though the Sixers are one of the slower paced teams, we know that they can turn it up at any time, especially when that lineup, when Embiid on the bench and Maxey in, they love to push the tempo and pace. Maxey can absolutely get out there and run and turn those burners on. And we saw this last time that they played. The final score of that game was 137 to 126. That's an ending total of over 260 points there. So today, I don't really see that there's going to be much anything different. I mean, maybe we don't get 260 points, maybe 250. I do think this game goes over. I think we get a good opportunity with Tyrese Halliburton over 10.5 assists, and it's a tournament game. I think the players have been taking the tournament games a little bit more seriously, in all honesty. I mean, I can't really say with definitively that they have, but I feel like they've been playing with more intensity and more action, and I think the court and the jerseys and just kind of the environment that the league has really pushed with the in-season tournament has been very beneficial as well. So I think Halliburton flies over this assist prop today because of the high total and just the matchup today. But let's go Tyrese Halliburton over 10.5 assists as the first best bet of the day. Now, for my second best bet, we're going to go over to the college basketball slate. I'm going to give you 2 late night plays to end off the day. And the first one, I'm going to go with the team total. Team totals have absolutely been printing for us if you've been tapped into the channel. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's working, no need to go away from it. And I'm going to go with a team that's made us money so far this year. We've actually cashed cashed in twice on them so far to start the college basketball season. And I'm going to go with USC team total over 81.5 points. I got it at minus 120 odds. Now, USC is at home again in this matchup, and they're taking on the in-state program, UC Irvine there. And I like USC in this matchup to go out and hoop. I really like this. I really think they're going to put up buckets today. I think they're going to score some points. I think Boogie Ellis didn't even have the best of game in the last game, and he still went over this team total. So I love this opportunity. Now, like I mentioned, USC has made us some money in the first 2 games of the season, so I don't see why we can't run it back. They've gone over this total in both of their games that they played. They scored 85 points in their last matchup, and they scored 82 points in that first game against Kansas State. So both of those games were win. Both of them went over these team totals. Now, UC Irvine, they have not given up this many points at all this year, but I do think today's the day that they go over this total. In 2 games this year, they played San Jose State, and they lost that game 72-64 despite being favorites in that game. And they won against New Mexico State, and they won that game 91-74. So hovering not too far from this 80-point number that we're getting here, but 72 points they've given up, 74 points they've given up. San Jose State is ranked 152 in KenPom. New Mexico State ranked 209 in KenPom. USC is ranked in the top 25, my friends, okay? It's a completely different ball game, completely huge step up in class here for UC Irvine. They have not played the caliber of a team like a USC, and this is another reason why I love this matchup, right? Both of these teams, they're going to push the pace. So even though K-State is a better team and USC still dropped 82 points on them, you know why? Because USC is 90th in adjusted tempo. K-State is 52 in adjusted tempo. So it's a very up and down game. A lot of shot attempts, a lot of pushing the pace, a lot of possessions, a lot of free throws, a lot of three-pointers, all the things, right? Now, guess where UC Irvine's adjusted tempo is? 34. So this is the fastest paced team that USC has played to date. And we've seen what they've done against better competition and against teams that have played slower. They've still been able to get these points. So today, I think Collier is going to be able to get out, transition, and drive to the hoop, get a few and ones. Hopefully, Boogie Ellis shoots a little bit better. They're at home, so they should have that crowd and that atmosphere behind them. So this is one of the fastest team that USC has played to date. We also have a high total at 149, which is a pretty high total for college basketball. So even if you split that down the middle and say 75-75, which I don't think it's going to be that close. So let's go look at it now. We're looking at 80-70 and then like 85-65. I could easily see this score kind of being in that range. I think the spread's around 13, 14, 15 points in this one. So it's not surprising to me that if we get like an 85-70 final score, go over the total. But I think the USC team total is still a little bit too low in this matchup here against a mid-major school that likes to play fast. That's a huge step up in class that they have not played anybody to this caliber just yet. And USC has gone over this total in both games, and UC Irvine has flirted with giving up this amount of points to way less superior opponents. All right, my friends? So let's go with USC team total over 81.5 as the second best bet of the day. Now for our third and final best bet of the day, I'm going to go to another late night matchup, and we've got Creighton versus Iowa, and I think this one's going to be absolutely offensive fireworks. I mean, this game is going to be amazing. That arena is going to be rocking, and if you guys don't have the Creighton Blue Jays on your radar this year, you should put them on your radar, depending on where they match up and depending on how they look throughout the year. But this is the best Creighton Blue Jays team that's ever been there. Greg McDermott has a great team right there, and I'm excited to see what they do because they have serious Final Four potential. They have a ton of guys who can absolutely score the ball. I mean, Trey Alexander's averaging 20 points per game to start the year. You've got Baylor Shireman. You know he's back for another year, the three-point sniper, right? You've got Ryan Kalbrenner, the big man, the center, right? Creighton has so many weapons. I think that's going to be very effective in this game. And because of that, they can shoot the ball, they can run the ball, they can score the ball. And I just like the overall over in this game. So give me Creighton and Iowa over 160.5 points is my third and final best bet. You can play it up to 161.5 if they combine moves. It's already moved from 159. I got it at minus 150 now on FanDuel, but I absolutely love this pick because the Creighton Blue Jays, they're top 100 in returning production from last season to this season. So, you know, these players are familiar with each other. They're used to playing with each other. And if you look at some of the game logs of their first 2 games, they haven't played anybody at the likes of Iowa, but they won both of those games pretty easily, and they dropped buckets in both those games. They dropped 105 points on Florida A&M, and they dropped 89 points on North Dakota State. So again, this team can score the ball. Now they're taking on an Iowa team, and if you've ever followed Iowa in the past, they did lose some players from last year's team, but one thing that Iowa loves to do is shoot a lot of threes. They love to push the tempo and pace. I expect them to do the same thing again today. They played 2 games, once against North Dakota. They won that game 110-68. Then they played Alabama State. They won that game 98-67. So they've gone over in both of their games so far this year. Iowa has. They're number 11 11th in college basketball in adjusted tempo. So one of the fastest teams in all of college basketball. And they're number 7th in average possession length. So they're trying to shoot the ball quick. They're trying to get out in transition, but they're very efficient at playing at this speed, surprisingly. Like typically when you have a team that plays this fast, they're very high in turnover rates and they have a very low offensive adjusted efficiency, but that's not the case. Iowa's number 11th in offensive adjusted efficiency and 4th in turnover percentage. That's what you love to see. So now when you literally have a team like Creighton that's 6th in offensive efficiency and a team like Iowa that's 11th in offensive efficiency, both of these teams have given up a ton of points. So, I mean, there's some questions around the defense. We haven't seen them really play any legitimate offenses. I think this is the first time that we're going to see 2 legitimate offenses play a pretty legitimate defense. I think because of that, we just have to lean towards the over in this matchup, a high total at 161.5. When the books are giving you that high total, there's a reason why that is. Both of these offenses can absolutely score the ball and fill it up. It's a late night game, so this will be a tuck me in play. So let's go with Creighton and Iowa over 160.5 as our final best bet of the day, as 2 teams that are ranked in the top 10 in offensive efficiency are going at it, and they're also, the proximity is also there in terms of schools, recruiting. There's just going to be a lot of energy and incentive inside this game today, inside that Creighton Blue Jays arena. So I'm excited for that one down there in Omaha. So let's lock that in as our final best bet of the day. And that's it for me today, my friends. 3 bets, 3 winners that are coming to you on this Tuesday. Cash in on Tyrese Haliburton over 10.5 assists. We're going to also cash in on USC team total over 81.5 points. And then finally, we're going to wrap it up with the over in the Creighton and Iowa game. Listen, college basketball has been good to us. Basketball's been good to us. NFL, that's been a little bit here and there, but this is where we bounce back. We always make good money during the week, so let's keep that momentum going. We've had a hot month. Sorry about the losses over the last day or two, but listen, this is how we're going to bounce back today, and we're going to go crazy. All right, my friends, let's cash in. Let's make some money. I'll see you inside the Discord group. Click the link in the bio to join because I'll have a full slate of NBA and college basketball plays for you guys today. I was taking a little light over the last few days, but I'm locked and loaded today. I'm in the lab today, so you guys don't want to miss out on those winners. All right, my friends, as always, dictate your fate, get to that paper, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later, gang.